get started. What the heck? All right, here it comes. Are you ready for it? I don't want to surprise anybody. Good evening, everybody. Good evening. There we go. There's some life. Woohoo! That's what I love to hear. Okay, then. I'm going to turn the microphones off for a while and just say welcome. Welcome, everybody. Welcome the people who are returning. Welcome people who are new. Welcome, my teacher is here. This is my spiritual teacher is here. And so it's very nice to have you here. Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate the fact that you took some time this evening to show up and do some Chi with me. This is great stuff. This is the Evening Flow Show. Yes, it is, a.k.a. your PM Daily Dose of Chi. And I am just a humble student on a pilgrimage to sit at the feet of my 4-foot guru. That is who I am this evening. And so I'm glad that she is here to also share some wisdom with us. Boy, I went out this morning as Christopher Columbus on a mission to sail the oceans of Chi, and now I come back just as a humble student. And what we're going to have to share tonight is the finishing thoughts on our map of the 6 common categories of stress responses. And the association that we're making with those 6 stress responses with characters from the movie The Wizard of Oz. And some of you were here with me this morning. So we're up to number 6 tonight. Number 6. And it's not so much a person character as it is an element of the movie. And I'll just give you this hint. It's all black and white, which is a good metaphor for what that stress response is all about. Anyway, we're going to talk more about that in just a minute. But before we get into our Chi Boogie, I've done this once before, and I thought I would do it again tonight. It's barefoot night at the Chi dance. So, Diane, you don't have to take your shoes. She's outside. I'm on gravel. No, you can leave your shoes on if you like, but I'm going to invite you to take your shoes off, let the toes flow, and we'll just do some barefoot Chi Boogie. And why don't you guys go ahead and get into your spot. I'm going to cue up the music, and I will join you in just a second. Yes, here we go.
A record of the delightful piece they're going to play this evening.
Very nice.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Opening your hearts, your minds, your body up to the elements, just floating and stretching, and then just melting on down. Get all the joints lubricated. That's why we do the octopus. For those, some of you don't know the origins of this. This is a movement I made up for my daughter's Montessori school Tai Chi class called the octopus arms. Yeah, see, you're already in the flow. Perfect. Sinking the Chi. Let's just go ahead and breathe in and let the arms float up and drift into the heart. And then breathing out all the way, all the way down it goes. Excellent. One more time. Inhale. Just let it flow and let it float. And then let it melt and let it sink. Beautiful. All right, let's take this foot out to the side here. We're opening the door. And in front, the hands will just drift up. And then sinking down, just melt down into the earth. And float back up. Breathe in. And breathe out. Beautiful. Floating back up. Let's hug the big tree. Inhale and open. Bring the fingertips coming back together. Pull into the heart and step into the corner to cross the points. Crossing the wrists right at that spot and then stir it all the way around. Just take that Chi all the way to the side, then forward and cross. Breathe in, stir around, breathe out. Beautiful, one more time. Breathe in and stir, all the way around. Breathe out, and let's bring it back in and hug the tree right in the center. Inhale and open. Fingertips come floating back together. Pull into the heart and let's step into the other corner. And once again, cross the points. And circle all the way around. Right. And you know, I've said this before, but you can pick your own speed for the stirring motion here. I don't care what the tempo is. But just let the breath do the work, man. And you'll find that as you exhale, it takes you right into the right spot. And as you inhale, it moves you all by itself. Back around and cross. Beautiful. Now bring it back into the center. Inhale and open. Fingertips come floating back together. Pull into the heart one more time. Step into the corner and reach a little farther out there and just float on down. And this is a big old loop. Just looping around and ease on down. Nice. Inhale and just big sigh. Loop around. Loop. And take it on back. Very nice. One more time. Just looping around. Reach. And bring it on down. Stepping in will sink the chi right here. Up and over the top. And float on down. And floating back up. Pull the hands into the heart and we step into the other corner. And reach out. Reach. And just loop it on down. And circle. Everything in Tai Chi is a big loop, which is a lesson about life, right? Everything in life is a big old loop, right? Everything old is new again, right? There's nothing new under the sun because it just loops back around and comes on back. Very nice. One more time. Reach out and loop and bring it back in and just drop the hands and sink the chi. Inhale up and over the top and float on down. And hands float up in front and hug the big tree and inhale and open. Let's get this hand on top of the big round moon. Beautiful. And let's take this hand away and use the back of this hand to open the curtain. Just open that out there and just roll it on back. And float out. And breathe in. And breathe out. Beautiful. Let's add this hand back in over the top. And when one part goes out, one part stays behind. In version 1. Because in version 2, as we roll back in, now it takes 2 hands to open the curtain. So both of them push right out there. And then roll this hand on back in. And it takes 2 hands to open the curtain. And roll it back in. Very nice. One more time. Push it out there. Good. And then come back to center and hug the big tree. Inhale and open. And let's get this hand on top of the big round moon. Beautiful. And taking this hand away, let's open the curtain. Expand the bubble, right? And don't be shy. Take it all the way back and all the way out again. And breathe in and breathe out. Nice. All right, let's add this hand back in again, looping around on top. And in version 1, one part goes out and one part stays behind as your anchor. Breathe in and breathe out. Now let's change version 2. We circle this around on top, and now it takes 2 hands to open the curtain. Open out. And roll on back. And push out. Very nice. One more time. Breathe in. And breathe out. Good. Now let's bring it back to the center and hug the big tree. Inhale and open. Fingertips come floating back together. Hands flatten. Float all the way down. And back to the beginning. Sink the chi. Drift in to the heart. And just melt all the way down. Nice. Opening the door in front. The hands float up. And just sink into the earth. Floating back up, we hug the big tree. Inhale and open. This hand on top. And step in, if you wouldn't mind. Stepping out. Let's open the curtain. Version 1. Roll it on back. One more time. Open that space. Now stay with me. Version 2. It takes 2 hands to open the curtain. Push. This hand rolls on down and open. Yes. And 2 hands to open. Very nice. Yes, I saw some of you on the verge of thinking, and then you went, no, I don't need to think. I just need to go, perfect. One more time. Roll it on back. Open the curtain. Now stay with me. The hands are right there. They just flip over and then just ease them down here. Toss away. Loop on in and push. pull, and push again. Beautiful. Open the heart right here. Open, open, open. And back over here on this side, this hand on top as you step in. And stepping out, version 1. Open that curtain. Roll it back in, holding the moon against the heart. And then open out. Ah. Breathe in. Last one for version 1. Yes, stay with me. Roll it back in. Here we go. Version 2 takes 2 hands to open the curtain. Push out. Circle back around. And open. Very nice. One more time. Roll that back around. And push away. Beautiful. The hands are right there. They just flip open and then ease on down. Toss away. Very good. Folding back on in and push. Pull. And push. Excellent. Open the heart right here. Open, open, open. Coming back to this side. This hand on top as you step in. One time, open the curtain, two-handed version. The hands just flip over and ease on down. Toss away. Wave on in and push. Pull. And push. Awesome. Open the heart right here. Open, open, open. Yes, excellent. You didn't miss anything. Back over here on this side. This hand on top. Stepping out takes 2 hands to open the curtain. Right away, we reach forward and draw on down. Toss away. Wave on together. Push. Pull. And push. And stay with me right here. I'm just going to paint a new color on the corner of my wall and carry the cloud all the way across the sky. Beautiful. Nice transition. There we go. One more time. Just moving it over. And do me a favor and step in when you hook right there. And step out for single whip. Ah. And let's loop that on back. Breathe it in. And toss it away. And one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Lovely. Release the hook and let it come on down. And it just rolls into a new cloud shape and big puffy across the sky. There's one. Change. And step in as you hook. Stepping out. Single whip. Nice. And loop it on back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Ah, good job. One more time. Inhale. Exhale, lovely, stay with me, and reverse direction, up and over the top, and sink down. Oh, but that's good, right back up again. Stay with me, and this is your be in the moment test. Sink, and float back up. And here we go all the way through, down into the grass, through the grass, other side, and release the hook and come on down. And just flow into a new cloud shape. And 2 times across the sky. There's one. Change. Just float on over. Step in as you hook. Step out. Single whip. And loop on back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good. Breathe in. And toss it away. Very nice. Reverse direction, up and over the top. Sink down into the grass. And then float right back up again. Right, the grass is growing. Right. Andre, I'm just going to have fun with you all week long like this, man. And down again. All right, that's enough. Let's float on down and through. Beautiful. And up and over the top one more time. Over the top and down. Beautiful. Release the hook and let's come on down here and hug the big tree right here and bring it back to center. And heel toe the feet together a couple of times. Inhale and open. Fingertips come floating back together, hands flatten, float all the way down, and we go back to the beginning, sinking the chi. Beautiful. Hands float in. Opening the door. In front, the hands float up. And just ease on down, melting into the earth. Melting. Beautiful. Floating back up, hug the big tree. Inhale and open. Let's get this hand on top and stay with me. Tick-tock. This hand floats up. Take a look in the mirror. See how incredible you are. And the other hand the other foot rather, just comes out and taps the toe down, checking the water. Then step back on in. This hand on top. stay with me, look in the mirror, test the water. Step on down. The white crane spreads his wings. Open. Tap. Take it back. Open. Tap. Very nice. Stay with me. Let's add something. The white crane spreads his wings. Now dive into the ocean. That's what we all need on a hot summer night. A little dip in the ocean. Come back up. Very nice. Step down. And open. And step down. And bring it back up. Crane spreads wings. Tap. Needle at sea bottom. Down. Come back and stay with me. Just a little something something there. The rooster stands on one leg. Back to the crane. Step down and open. Crane spread. Very nice. Good follow. And look for the needle at the sea bottom. Float back up. It just rises on the other side. And back down to the crane. It's just like running in place. And embrace the moon. Stay with me. Take it over. Tick tock. Touch. Dive. Come back up and float into the air. Yes, exactly that. Perfect. Down. And last time, I promise. Let's take it over. The crane spreads his wings, checking the water, looking for the needle at the... Back up. And here we go. Just float up on the other side. Come back down just like that. Back to the original position. And then step down and hug the big tree. Inhale and open. Fingertips come floating back together. Hands flatten. Float all the way down. And one more time, sinking the chi all the way into the heart. And ease on down. And that's just about perfect timing. Let's take this foot to return. And on a Wednesday night, hump day, last day of the week for our class, a little bow. Just about all we need. Whew. Excellent. Very nice. Very nice. Come on back in. Yeah, I'm pretty much doing Bikram chi up here, just just because it's 150 degrees in my office. Very nicely done. So I want to compliment you. Like I said, it's not so much about the movements, right? You guys are fine with the movements. The movements are beautiful. What I really get impressed with is when you catch yourself when you start to think and you stop yourself from thinking. And I can see it in you, and I just want to like, that's awesome, right? Because this isn't about figuring out the movements. This is about just letting the movements flow. And when you guys are in the flow, you look absolutely gorgeous. So thank you. Well done. Okay, listen, it's Wednesday night, which means it's hump night. It's midweek night. It's the last night of the week for the evening flow show. And I've got this one last piece that I want to share with you and then let you go so that you can go off and do awesome things on this Wednesday evening. So we've been mapping out this pattern of how we respond to stress, or as I like to call it, life, right? Because what we might call stress is just basically life. It just keeps on happening for some reason. Doesn't stop. And what do we do when life happens? Well, we react in some way. I mean, that's human nature. That's how we evolved and didn't get eaten by the saber-toothed tiger. We had reactions that woke us up and then had us do some kind of response. The only thing is that the reactions that we develop over time may not be appropriate, may not actually work. And when I talk about whether it's working or not, the question is, when you have a reaction to stress and then you respond in kind with that reaction, does it lead you into flow? Does it keep you feeling effortless? Does it maintain your balance? Or does it just make you more crazy? Does it just keep perpetuating? And the thing is that for most of us, it doesn't work most of the time. So a great strategy would be if I could just have a red flag that would alert me to when I'm having that reaction, I could stop myself in mid-tracks, make a gap, and then have a different kind of response. Not just the reaction, but a new response. And so we've got these 6 reactions. We were up to number 5 as of last night. Tonight we're going to add number 6. And the hint I gave you, the character from The Wizard of Oz, it's all in black and white, meaning it's just Kansas. So I was talking about that this morning, and then I said, in the evening time, I have my second thoughts, or additional thoughts, expanded thoughts of the evening. So my thought was, I've been watching television as I travel around, and the Oklahoma Tourist Board has been kind of on a roll with pushing out their tourist ads for going to Oklahoma, and they're singing the song from the Rodgers and Hammerstein play, the musical, Oklahoma, where the wind comes. It's a lively song, isn't it? It's got lots of pep in that song. Yes, there's a reason why he wrote the song about Oklahoma and not Kansas. Because the song about Kansas would go like this: Kansas. There's not much more that you can say. And I can say that without prejudice because my family is from Kansas. My mother was born there, and I have roots back there. So I can say that without offending anybody but myself. So, I mean, the character that we see in this play is a character that fits the last pattern, which is called monotony. One of the categories of the way we respond to stress is that we have one set of reactions, and we just do the same set all the time, no matter what the situation. I mean, the variations of life and stresses and life experiences are infinite, right? So we might have an infinite number of reactions, but there are some of us who respond in the same way all the time, regardless of what the actual event is, and that's monotony, right? We keep favoring the same foods, we keep driving in the same way, we buy the same color clothes, we buy the same kind of car, we have the same kind of jobs, we wind up with the same boyfriends or girlfriends. It's just repeating patterns over and over and over again. And so this is the 6th one, the 6th reaction. Now, it leaves us, now that we've mapped out and so here's the map, right? Here's the list of them. We have the first one we talked about, heaviness, the use of excessive force to push back against life, right? To respond with extra strength to not be dominated by the events of our lives. Number 2 is breaking, just cut off, that's it. Here's my head, here's a car down here, as my friend put it. Here's, the real me is all my thoughts, and my emotions are kind of put over there somewhere. That's breaking. Lightness, the third one, is not complete breaking yet, not complete dissociation, but it's kind of drifting away from reality. Right? It's moving away from, it's full of sort of irrational assumptions about life and what actually happened. The fourth one, misdirection. Misdirection is like, we might have started out with a particular event, argument, topic, but before long, it's like moved out to some peripheral or surface kind of conversation where we're not really even addressing the central theme of what's going on in our lives. The fourth one, or the fifth one rather, that we talked about last night is stiffness. Stress happens. I can't tell you how many times I talk to people, it's like, what's your chronic condition? I have this thing in my neck. How many of you have a thing in your neck? You know what I'm talking, yes, you have a thing in your neck, right? And it gets worse when Aunt Betty calls. Or, the phone rings, hi, it's your Aunt Betty. There goes that thing in your neck. Or mom. Did I say that out loud? Anyway, you know what I'm talking about, that there is that stiffness. And finally, the last one tonight, number 6, monotony. Doing the same thing over and over again. All right. So it leaves us to one interesting question is that given the fact that we are highly evolved beings, very intelligent, with the awareness that we have choices that we can make in life, why would we gravitate toward those particular reactions? Why do they seem to be stuck in our bodies and in our minds, almost beyond our control? And the answer is that we actually get a reward for them that is meaningful to us individually. And we're going to talk about that tomorrow. But for now, that's the thoughts I had for this evening. Thank you for letting me share those. Kind of cool. You guys are awesome. So I just have a couple of announcements. I want to just reminders, really, and then let you guys go. Tonight is Wednesday, which means if you're new to the schedule, we only do the evening classes Monday through Wednesday. So if you want to get your daily dose of chi, you're going to have to get up in the morning and come to the morning class. But we'll be back again next Monday with another evening class. Tomorrow being Thursday, CJ again has a 10 a.m. hour-long class. And this week only, on Saturday morning at 8 a.m., you can join her for an hour-long Taiji Fit class. And then next week on Tuesday, we welcome Deanna Dimmitt to our teaching staff, and she's going to be taking over the Tuesday night, 6 p.m. West Coast time slot. Jim did ask again about the email information about the retreat. And I just want to let you know, if you have not yet gotten an email or a packet of information about the retreat, do not think we have forgotten you. We kind of sent out first to all of our graduates in our program, then to the people who are coming during the Taiji Fit Flow classes, then to the sort of the general mailing list we have. So you are in the loop, I promise you. We're just trying to manage how many emails we send out all at one time. That's my excuse anyway. All right, listen, you got to get out of here. Go be awesome with other people. So I'll see you guys in the morning. Don't forget to keep your hearts open. Take time to play. I'm going to go down and play with the 4-foot guru right now. And no matter what happens in life, whatever life throws at you, just remember, you remember your reaction, your map to your reactions, and you can stay in the flow. That's the secret. Love you guys. See you in the morning.